Dios te ha escogido para hacerle un pueblo especial.
Jehová tu Dios te ha escogido para hacerle un pueblo especial. Un pueblo. No está hablando de los chinos, no está hablando de los árabes, no está hablando de los japoneses, de nosotros. Nosotros somos la gente más odiada en este mundo, más odiada. Y toda la gente de Dios.
Kill the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans getting locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died, y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew, you a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum, a gun die or die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth, I had to make it clear. How Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947, your menorah got 9 sticks, it's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world, Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs. Bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you live there. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. UPK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard, they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he get them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know this an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ, they the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas, they a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth, niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4, I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now, you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. And I know the blasphemy of them, which say they are Jews and are not. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity.
I wish at this point to particularly to apologize deeply on behalf of the chiefs and people of Gold Coast and Ghana for the atrocities, the cruelty, the inhuman treatment that were committed 400 years ago by my ancestors during the Atlantic slave trade. On behalf of the chiefs and people of Ghana, I do render unqualified apology.
Let me say something for my brothers, man. Fuck Africa.
Yo te miro y mi rabia te toca cuando grito sin usar la boca y mi furia se come a la gente porque muerde aunque no tenga dientes. El dolor no me causa problemas, hoy los dolores recitan poemas. El mundo me lo como sin plato, el miedo a mí me limpia los zapatos.
That's true. They are trying to, suppress our mental health. I mean, oppression will do that, right? As the scriptures say, right? Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, right? And then the Lord, one of the curses was that we're gonna be, struck down with madness, right? Our mental health is at risk because we're oppressed, and we get, we go through all types of hell here in America. We got all types of madness thrown on us, right? We're told we're not allowed to get angry about the oppression that America does to us. We have to accept the abuse, right? And be thankful for it. We can never hate our oppressor. So you can only imagine the effect that has on your mental health.
Messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby. Run that shit up, Trey.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me a whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, throw that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about it anymore. I need a Vaselina like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a Zoc, watch the dark. Matter of fact, lock the door. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Tsung. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Hopper Free. Try to hold me, it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Know them boys be taking note. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UBK rules. I'm making hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that business like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me a whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, throw that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. He ain't locked in with the count and when you speaking to me far. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. You can't do with them steppers, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, told that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our car. And I just made the call. We gon' start another war. Yeah.
Hey, Shalom, Yabashim Shabakatham, to all the brothers, Yawashim Malatham, Bashim Yawashai, to all the sisters, and y'all already know this is La Pura Neta. We back at it again, like we never left, with your host doing the most, Officer 500 Baraki Allah. You understand? Officer Malakma will be joining us very soon from Cali, right? We have a few interesting topics shit, just as usual, you know, whether it's the so-called people that consider themselves foundational Black Americans and they consider themselves the only relevant people of color in America, which is really crazy sounding to me, you know. However you feel about it or your opinion, you could just put it in the chat. Once Malakma comes on, we'll put in the call-in number, right? But basically, you know, this is one of the most important shows that we have for the nation, for Raza, for so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. The only show that's really relevant to them. This is not Love and Hip Hop. This is not a BET Awards. This is La Pura Neta, where you're going to get unadulterated truth. Nothing is sugar-coated over here. You understand? We'll also post the StreamYard link in the chat if anyone wants to actually come up, right? You can feel free to come up as well. Give me 1 second to let me just get the link for y'all. You know, obviously just know how to conduct yourself, whatever the case is, right? So let's start with this, because apparently for foundational Black Americans, some brothers and sisters are not Black enough for them. Apparently that's the whole premise. They're basically saying that they're the only ones who are quote unquote entitled to reparations, because America was built off of their backs, from their blood, sweat, and tears, which really, when it comes down to it, obviously they're not in the truth. So they're going to say some tribal shit like that. And when it comes down to it, it's disrespectful to the other tribes. For instance, what about the blood, sweat, and tears of our Gadite brothers and sisters, or the Reubenites, or even the founder of Chicago, who's actually Haitian? You understand? And a lot of these brothers really don't even have a standard for saying who's so-called African American or not, because with all the reclassification over the years, some of these brothers are actually Gadites. They don't even know about it. Some of the Gadites are actually probably Judites. You know, your looks, skin tone, whatever the case is, hair texture, features inherited from either side of the family is irrelevant. You're the seed of your father. And regardless, whether you're Judite, Gadite, you have, you know, straight hair or Afro, that's irrelevant. You're Israel regardless, and we're one and the same people. We should not favor or put one tribe, you know, prioritize one tribe over the other. That's beyond unbrotherly. You understand? And that's really spitting in the face of the other tribes. There was another Levite, I forgot his name. He led a slave revolt in Louisiana. They're not going to mention that. They're not even going to give a damn about it. Right? Shit, they don't even consider me Black. But let me show you something about how skin complexion is irrelevant. Let me share my screen real quick. Especially when it comes to our Latino brothers and sisters who y'all love to hate. Obviously, y'all know who this is, right?
Mom, she's Puerto Rican, right? But she's from Milwaukee. She's a white girl from Milwaukee.
What?
And my dad is Puerto Rican, but he's Black Puerto Rican that he don't even knows English. He knows. He didn't know back then.
Let's say it again. Man. See, that's his father.
They met in Puerto Rico. Where it was? It was in Puerto Rico. Because remember, but the family still.
Yeah, I would not consider him Black.
Puerto Rican, but it was living in the U.S. It's just that my mom, she's Puerto Rican, right? But she's from Milwaukee. She's a white girl from Milwaukee.
What?
And my dad is Puerto Rican, but he's Black Puerto Rican that he don't even know.
American countries.
He knows. He didn't know back then.
How did they meet though, man?
They met in Puerto Rico. It was in Puerto Rico because remember, but the family still it still was Puerto Rican, but it was living in the U.S. Just that my mom, she's Puerto Rican, right? But she's from Milwaukee. She's a white girl from Milwaukee.
What?
And my dad is Puerto Rican, but he's Black Puerto Rican that he don't even know. He knows. He didn't know back then.
How did they meet though, man?
They met in Puerto Rico. Where it was? It was in Puerto Rico because remember, but the family still would not be a brother. It still was Puerto Rican, but it was living in the U.S. Just that my mom, she's Puerto Rican, right? But she's from
what they're really saying is that if you're not a so-called African American, if your people were not slaves on the American continent, you're irrelevant, really, especially if you're not from the South. That's really what they're saying. What's that cat's name again? He was on the no jumper with Captain Tazariak and what 100. I think his name is Tariq Nasheed or something like that. Yeah, really, when it comes down to it, it would not even be too far-fetched to say that idea is really, don't quote me on that, but it wouldn't be too far-fetched to find out that whole idea started by devils just to further divide us, as if we're not even divided enough, whether it's the so-called blacks, Latinos, natives, then you have the light skin, the dark skin, you have the people born in North America, in what our Latino brothers also like to call the paisas. Same thing in just like Captain Catas that just broke down, we all go through the same exact thing up till this day. Y'all think like that term paisa is only a term for Latino brothers and sisters. I forgot there's a term that our Gadai brothers and sisters use for those who are born and live on the reserve and those who live like in the city, like in Montreal, in Toronto, whatsoever. Even Benjamites, we have a term for that too. You understand? The Jamaicans, when they go to the UK, those who just came straight from the island, they call them Yardies. Right? Even French Benjamites as well. You understand? Like, we treat each other different because some of us are born in France and others are born in the islands. And we think we're different just because of that. That's really the mentality that was pushed on us because of the oppressor. Just like you're oppressed on the island, you're oppressed in wherever you're born. Just like you're oppressed in Cali, you're oppressed in Mexico. The only difference really is that when you go to America, you think you have a sense of not even integrating, assimilating yourself to the society of the people oppressing you. So you look down on the people that just, they're just crossing the border, whatever the case is. You look down on them. Why? Because your oppressor taught you to look down on them. But guess what? Whether you assimilated yourself, or even whether you're born in America or in Canada, the UK, whatever the case is, your oppressor still looks down on you. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter where you're born, really. The oppressor will always look down on you. Even if you fight to assimilate yourself to the fullest, you bleach your skin, you're still going to be oppressed. You wear a blonde wig, you're still going to be oppressed. What do white people do? You eat raw meat, you're still going to be oppressed. Whatever. It doesn't matter how far you go to take on their customs and culture. You're never going to be accepted in this empire. I'm not saying you should, regardless, try to take on their culture whatsoever, but it's just for argument's sake to give you an example. No matter to what extent you go to be appreciated or even remotely accepted in this empire, it's never going to happen. No matter how good of a Christian you are, it's never going to happen. Especially, listen, regardless, Christian, Muslims, you're never going to be accepted in an empire that was built off of oppressing you. The system runs because you're oppressed. So what makes you think that because you sacrifice all your integrity to have the spirit of an oppressor, you're gonna be accepted you're gonna be accepted at some point. That's not how it works. You understand? Awesome. Malakma just joined us. Hey, shalom, Marwan.
Hey, shalom, can you hear me?
Khan, loud and clear.
All right, I'm on side Christ. So, like, just give me a second.
Hey, no sweat, no sweat. So Malakma will be back shortly, but again, stop trying to envy your oppressor. You understand? Because by you envying your oppressor, you're gonna start hating on brothers like Anuel. Why? Because you never know that his father is actually a black Puerto Rican, even if he's not a black Puerto Rican, right? As long as he's not of Spaniard descent, he's a brother. That's really what matters. You understand? If he's of indigenous or Negro descent, he's a brother, regardless of how he looks. because you listen your oppressor, you're gonna hate brothers like Anuel. That's really what it is. But let's move on to the next topic because we got a few more topics. You understand? You may not go through all of them, but it is what it is. Let me share the screen again. Give a hand to my Asherite brothers and sisters. Listen, Peru classifies the shapeshifters, non-binary, and intersex people as mentally ill. People are going to say, what? They're going back in time. Instead of going forwards, they're going backwards. Listen, Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. You understand? It's going to show you that it is not a normal thing. How can you expect anyone to accept you if you can't accept yourself? Like, you can't accept what's natural, and you think that's normal in your head. So something's wrong in your head. What do they like to say? You got a few screws loose. You understand? Big shout out to Peru. It's a step. Obviously, the brothers and sisters, they're not in the truth, but shit, it's a step. Big shout out to them. Whatever backlash they may face, it's irrelevant. Let's see some of the comments. Damn, first comment, they're smarter than the US. You understand? Let's see what do they say. US should take notes. Shit, where's the lie? They're not even facing that much backlash, really.
Hey, Shlama, how it sound now?
Shit, you sound even louder.
Louder now, all right, Most High in Christ. So what we talking about, Carnal?
Shit, Peru classified the, I call it the T people, the shapeshifters, the non-binaries, and intersex people as mentally ill.
I know, swear. Hold up, Bob.
Most High in Christ. I wonder what the rainbow community has to say about that.
They're gonna call Peru, what is it?
Homophobic. So can I say that?
Right. Can we use it transphobic? Can we use any of those terms?
I think we're not on TikTok, so it's fine.
I was gonna try and go on TikTok live.
Yeah, TikTok be trying to censor our freedom of speech. You understand? But listen, this, how could I put it? Peru classifying transgenders as mentally, can I say transgender? Shit, it is what it is. Peru classifying them as mentally ill, really, again, it's a good thing. And people should understand that that's a demon on you. Good night. That's a demon on you, really, that you have to change what's natural in the first place.
So, Lakiak, will you hear this?
Yeah, I think we all heard it. Let the chat. The chat can let us know. Do y'all hear it? Yeah, we could hear it.
Just testing out the soundboard real quick, Salakia. I mean, it wouldn't be a podcast without a soundboard out.
Shit. You already know. Ya sabe.
So Peru classifies transgender, non-binary, and intersex people as mentally ill, right? That's the story you're going with.
Shit.
Right now.
Second topic, Karaboka. Most
no sweat. So someone should ask why that is, right? Why you think they went and passed this law and classified it like that? That'd be my question to the audience listening, right? Are they right or are they wrong for doing this? I mean, just so we know, we got a call-in number. It's 909-654-5574 for anybody that wants to call in and give their opinion. This is a heavy story you started out with, Barack Yalla. I mean, we know it's another, it's a Thursday night. We're going to Thursdays, just for now, we're a weekly podcast, so we go live when we go live. So, we're just right here. Let's see what people got to say, Carnal.
Yeah, I posted the StreamYard link in the chat as well. If anyone wants to try and jump on, you understand. The StreamYard link is there. The call-in number. Put your comments or question in the chat.
Right.
This is not this is not the church. You can say whatever you want, moderately, obviously.
Right. If any other brothers want to chime in, right?
Yeah.
Have you found anything else on the story yet?
Basically, I was gonna compare it to Brazil because Brazil took a step back compared to Peru. Brazil made it that you could land in jail for saying anything considered homophobic.
So Brazil did the total opposite.
Basically.
Imagine that. Well, let's see what the Bible has to say. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to the Bible. Let's go to, what is it, Leviticus, right? Oh, it's Deuteronomy 22:5.
I got it. Oh, Slovakia. Let me share the screen.
Oh, you got it right there on your screen?
Deuteronomy
Most High Christ.
Verse 5.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God. What's God think about your LGBTQ? He thinks it's an abomination, man. What's God think about that two-spiritism? He thinks it's an abomination. You got to ask yourself, Barack, why? I wonder why these tribes were fighting each other, right? As they say. I wonder what was one of the many factors and issues that went into, tribes not being united and not getting along. Probably could have led to something like this. Maybe, one tribe believed in this and the other one didn't. One thing that, was brought out, right, is that the Mexica, or, as people called the Aztecs, they did not approve of this lifestyle. If they saw you practicing that two-spiritism, they put you to, they unalived you.
And you know what, Adaman? Sometimes you might have to break it down to the people. What is an abomination? They might not understand that.
You're right. Let's look at what the word abomination means. Let's go to the dictionary.
I got you. Abomination. A thing that causes disgust or hatred.
Say again?
A thing that causes disgust or hatred.
So that's what God thinks of your two-spiritism. That's what God thinks of, the alphabet community. And you're going to think he's wrong for that, right? But he's right in believing that is. Because you got to look at the other side of this, man. The other side of this is, why is this lifestyle pushed? Why is this, so prevalent? Why is it pushed on our communities, man? You know what I mean? Amongst the Native American community, amongst the Latino community, amongst the Black community, we all got to, accept it. When you look at the movies, man, you see what's going on. They always push the characters in that movie to be, two-spirit, man. To be LGBTQ. God says it's an abomination. And you ask yourself why that is, Raza. It's like that because they know who you are. This oppressor knows who you are, and they know in you doing this, you're farther away from the Lord. You're further away from your freedom, from ending your oppression. That's really what it is, man. So that's what it boils down to, Barack Yalla. Anything else you want to add to this?
No, I mean, shit. Give the proven people a couple flyers. Listen, it's a start. You know, that's a
give
start.
him that, and I give him. Let's give him a hand.
Damn right. But it is a very good start at the end of the day. Listen, every Latino American country should just follow suit.
Right.
You understand? Because it is a demon. It is a demon you got on you. It is not natural. You understand? What's that precept again in Romans? I think it's Romans 1 and is it? Let me find it real quick. Yeah, let me start at 25. You know, so Malagma will be back in a few. Let me go to 26. Romans 1:26. For this cause God gave them up to vile affections, for even their women changed natural use into that which is against nature. Listen, this goes for what they call themselves, trans women, trans men, or whichever it is that claim they're what they're not. You understand? You go against you go against God. You know, that's really what it is. You go against the Bible. You go against the Lord. And the Lord will destroy you for that. You understand? It's not going to be a... Listen, when was it? Was it last year? Was it last year there was the monkeypox? Who was the most affected by the monkeypox? A specific community. The community that is considered mentally ill in Peru was the most affected by the monkeypox. You understand why? That's why. Because they went against what God said. And same thing for the so-called, I don't even know which is which, the trans woman, the trans men, whichever it is, they say, likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burnt in their lust, one toward
Let me
another.
fix this camera, man.
You understand? Both sides of the, I don't even know what to call them, T people, the T women or the T men. This is talking about them. They left the natural use of what they have is intended to be used for. You understand? These women, damn, I seen this female boxer. She stitched her beard. She stitched her beard to her chin. She chopped off her breasts, and she thought she could compete with the men in the boxing ring. Come to find out, she got knocked the hell out. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself, sis. Don't do that to yourself. You understand? Unfortunately, a lot of these demons that you got, which cause you to hate yourself and to want to be something else, is because of abuse that you suffered, unfortunately, right? But don't do that to yourself.
Right. Can you hear me now?
We hear you the whole time, Anwan. Karawakan.
Oh, Salaki, just trying to fix this camera, man. This angle's horrible. I'm gonna try and find a news story on this real quick.
About Peru?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm the news reporter. You understand? You want an article? I got the article for you. Right? This is from the New York Post. Let me share the screen. It says Peru classifies transgender, non-binary, and intersex people as mentally ill.
Good night, Doc.
Look at them parading. These are basically crazy people in the streets right now. That's crazy. So the Peruvian government has officially classified the T people, the non-binary. I still don't know what a non-binary is. And I don't even know what's intersex. That's crazy. They keep coming up with these terms. You don't even know what that means, really. Then you have to Google everything now. You understand? But they've been classified as mentally ill. The controversial decision was made to ensure the country's public health services could guarantee full coverage of medical attention for mental health for the trans community, the Peruvian Health Ministry explained, according to the Telegraph. Good night.
Right.
So are they saying basically that they need help the most when it comes to mental illness? Is that what they're saying? The decree will supposedly alter the language in the Essentials Health Insurance Plan to reflect that trans and intersex people have a mental disorder, which is, pretty accurate.
Oh, who got in here? Oh, got Kamada.
Kamada jumping on. Give it a moment.
Most high praise.
That's
hey, Kamada, can you hear us, Kamada?
He's not on the stage yet. We're gonna add him. I'm just waiting for his camera to turn on, and we're gonna add him to the stage. But I didn't even know the president of Peru was a woman. That is crazy. I thought women supported the rainbow community. I guess not all of them. I wonder if she's a sister or not. That's the question. No. Despite the change, trans and other LGBTQ people will not be forced to undergo conversion therapies. The health ministry insisted in a statement issued on Friday's outlets reported. Again, this
is wild, man. This is what it's come down to, man. Go ahead, Barack Yalla. Orale, hey, let's shout out Officer Precinct Officer Kamada, man, coming out of North Hollywood. Orale, carnal. He dropped.
Yeah, we're just waiting for him to come back. It's no sweat.
So
go ahead, other one.
Nah, so this is an interesting story you pulled up, Barack Yalla. Of course, I had finishing up with class, but it just comes to show you, I'm trying to see what people think about this and to give their input. Nobody want to call in, I'm trying to go on the TikTok live. All right? See if we can get something in there, man.
Yeah, let's see. That's probably a good topic for TikTok live. I'll probably go live tomorrow on that on TikTok. Ruffle some feathers with Officer Raka Arya in Quadam from North Carolina. As usual. But here's the thing. So the rainbow flag community activist groups across Peru, however, slammed the decision as a major step backward in the fight for their rights and safety.
Hold on.
Let's see. I don't even see. Listen, this is crazy. How can you say it's a step backwards to try to fight for your safety when you're putting yourself at risk of getting the monkey?
Right.
You understand that lifestyle? Listen, lesbian couples beat on each other all the time. You understand? You're in the most violent community ever. You understand? You're in the most violent community ever. You talk about, well, what about the fight for our safety? If you really wanted to be safe, you would not be in that community. What are you talking about? That shows that you're just proving right now by that statement that you are mentally ill.
Right.
But Salaki, other one. We might need your
my what?
On their safety.
Safety? Whoa, what we talking about here, man?
they're basically saying it's a step backwards in the fight for their safety and for their rights, whatever rights they say they don't have. I don't know when they say they don't have no rights. Rights about what? You were allowed to, follow after your delusion of transforming into whatever you wanted to transform. Right. What rights don't you have? What rights don't you have, and what safety don't you have?
Right.
You understand? Shit, the children are not safe from you guys. Let's keep reading. 100 years after the decriminalization of homosexuality, the Minsa_Peru has nothing better to do than to include trans people in the category of mental illnesses. I mean, it's tomato. They should all be included as mental illnesses. You understand? I think she tagged the president, as a matter of fact. We demand and we will not rest until it's a repeal. And Percy Maita Tristan, a medical researcher at Lima Scientific University of the South, told the Telegraph that the decision showed a lack of awareness around the complexity of LGBTQ issues. The issues with the LGBTQ community is that y'all are a product of the Christian church.
So, like, Brock, y'all, give me 1 second. I'm gonna fix this camera one last time.
No sweat. You understand? Y'all are a product of the church, and a lot of y'all are victims of abuse. To say that, well, it's a big issue. It's a complexity within the LGBTQ community. You understand? Y'all are, besides those who suffer from, who are victims of abuse, and whether it's from your own circle or the church, whatever the case is, a lot of y'all are just sexual deviants, really. Even there's a video. Let me see if I can pull up the video, right? Let me know if you could hear it. There's a video that we have on La Pura Neta Instagram, right? Basically, this member of the rainbow community is breaking down that no one is born like that. It's all learned behavior, or you're a victim of abuse. Like the rainbow member says it himself. You understand? So you by that, we're not making this up. It's not being hateful. It's not being whatever they call it, bigots. It's not being homophobic. Like, the rainbow community member says it himself. This is learned behavior. This is not natural. No one is born this way. You understand? Let me pull up the video real quick for y'all. He said himself, no one is born this way. Give me 1 second. Okay, there you go. Let me know if y'all could hear this.
SUPK told you about this years ago, but you wouldn't listen. Maybe now you will.
You said you weren't born gay? Yeah. That's stupid. Anyone that says that is
community member is saying no one is born this way. It's impossible.
From your circumstances in life, and you're gay from what you went through as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Most gay people want to sit here and act like they're just these special human beings that are born with a rainbow over them. No, talk to most of them. Molested, no dad, weak dad.
He's even telling you, a lot of them, he said himself, most of them were molested.
A lot of female energy. You're not born gay. Like, that's literally impossible. So,
it's impossible to be born this way.
A lot of people that are gay, I'm not saying there's no straight people that don't want these functions. I have straight cousins.
That's all I gotta play for that.
Good night.
It's the opposite gender, but look at the gay community, it's like,
He even said it himself. Basically, just to paraphrase, he said, that the community that he's a part of, they're all nuts.
Right. They're what? They're all crazy in the head.
Yeah, he's saying they're all dysfunctional. And he said, that doesn't mean that you're not going to find like someone who's straight that is not, in a dysfunctional environment, but the whole community that he himself is a part of, they're all dysfunctional. They're all crazy in the head. They're all mentally ill, as Peru wants to classify them. He said himself, it's possible for you to just be born like that. Y'all are you became like that because of circumstances that you went through as a kid. And most of them were molested. He himself said that. It's not us. It's not our opinion. Like, you got that. What did it say? You got that from the horse's mouth. That's what they say. You understand? The sodomite, the people who are sodomite, just as he is, or all, they're all victims of. Most of them are victims of abuse, and they're all dysfunctional. So
we're live on TikTok, Brock. Y'all, just a heads up.
We're live on TikTok as well. I don't know if I could jump on a TikTok. I think they might.
No sweat out. Meanwhile, let's continue. So this was about that. You showed the article, right, where it's talking about that story and how they changed a lot, how they reclassified it. Here in America, at one point, it was classified as a mental illness.
Right.
And you're saying they're taking steps backwards. That's how they feel. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. In Peru, I don't know what the situation in Peru is, but here in America, we know this movement is pushed heavily and crazy because you get rich out this thing. Rappers promote this. Entertainers promote because they get paid to promote this stuff, man. Not realizing the damage that it does to the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American community. This has been, propaganda, and you want to talk about your MK Ultra and your mind control. Well, this is a prime example of it. Another prime example, look at how everybody's standing up for this movement. Everyone's getting angry and calling it, trying to treat it like it's a black issue, a brown issue. You know what I mean? They use terms like intersectionality. Talk about, just because, you're either black or brown, you have to stand with this community, man. That shows you the propaganda and the brainwashing and the danger of this community, man. That does to ours, man. Why do we have to stand with it? Why do we have to support this, man? Y'all need to stop trying to associate a lifestyle and try to compare it to a race.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Your sexual preference is not your race. You know what I mean? And that's what, they keep trying to do. They keep trying to leech out that, man. So that's one thing that people should wake up and understand and not fall for it. We so quick to think it's a lot of you fools out there, man. Y'all think you can get women supporting the LGBTQ community. That's what it is, Brock Yalla.
Really?
You have some hardcore vatos out there, man. Talk about, they down and for the hood and everything, and they're the pinnacle of being hardcore, and then you gonna go stand and hold a rainbow flag.
Yeah, y'all prove it ain't different from the church because a lot of y'all
you a social justice warrior, man. Come on, man. Salaki, hold on. Do I got the laughter here? I don't, but I'll just play this one. That's hilarious, man. How you hardcore and you gonna stand with the LGBTQ community, man.
Tell that to what's his name again? Meek Mill.
Yeah.
This man. He went back on the video where he's hopping like a rabbit, like the Easter bunny, Good.
That's what he did.
Good. Nice. Yeah, listen. This man went back on the video where he's hopping like the Easter bunny. He said, "Well, we used to do that in prison. We made killers hop like bunny rabbits when they lost the bet." Nah, stop trying to justify you being a sodomite. Stop trying to justify your effeminate ways. You understand? Don't do that. You went to Diddy parties and shit. You turned the page to the rainbow page. That's it. You taste Shalom, sis, Lord in Christ.
Hey, Yahweh Shema, Bashim Yahushai. Let's go into the next segment. I think I don't know how much time we're gonna spend on this, but
no, we're done. Listen, I don't have no time to give to sodomites.
Yeah, right.
Peru, that's all I'm saying.
Right. So what should we go into? Let's go into that FBA thing real quick, man. Let me share. Or you got it right there, Brock. Y'all, let's share that post, man.
Nah, I was trying to bring up the post earlier, and because this is basically the segment I started with, the FBA.
Right.
But I could not bring the post that you're talking about with Sawap. But some FBA, like I said, they said I'm not black.
Right.
And the whole argument about them being prioritized, right, for reparations is why should we prioritize you for reparations? It doesn't make sense. You were not the first enslaved. You were not even the last who were freed. How does that make sense?
Bro might have took it down, man.
Yeah, Facebook probably took it down.
Whether Facebook took it down or, he had to take it down. Let me see. I'm going to look at this cat up in the X's. He goes by the name of Nas.
Isn't that Tariq Nasheed or someone like that? The whole point is, again, why prioritize a tribe over another? You understand? And I was speaking with Officer Kazaka Imad on his live last night. That ideology definitely most likely came from our oppressors. Nothing else, really. Most likely came from our oppressors. Right. You understand? Just like the same ideology that a lot of them would say, well, we were already there. They didn't take us on slave ships. There's no slave ships in the museum. It's the same exact thing. You understand? It's just to erase our history and to create division within our people. That's it.
Let's see if I find this clown.
But for argument's sake, anyone put in the chat, just for argument's sake, right? Why would a tribe have to be, why would a set of slaves, to anyone who might not be in the, right? Why would a set of slaves would need to be prioritized regarding reparations and not another? You understand?
I'm just let me tell you real quick, Brock. I'm on this cat's Twitter page, and a majority of this is anti-Latino, anti-brown. You know what I mean?
Send it to me.
God, I'm gonna send you the link.
That's a whole battleground right here. You understand? That's a whole battleground right here. I love this.
God, I'm gonna send it to you.
They don't even know what a Latino is.
Send it to you where, Brock Yalla?
She sent it to me on Messenger on WhatsApp. I'm gonna get into this battle after the show.
Okay.
You know.
No sweat. I'm gonna send it to you on Messenger.
Because even it brings me to this video, another video related to the one I previously showed.
It's in the La Puna Neta chat.
Kawaka, Mosai in Christ. Let me see if I can pull the other video. There's a brother, right? He's Cuban. I forgot what's his name. He's an actor. A lot of people don't know he's Cuban though. Let me see. Where's that video? 1 second.
And let me look. So he played this. I'm gonna share this page real quick. This thing that he shared. All right, let me share this clown's page real quick. This Tariq Nasheed, you said?
I don't even know who that is.
It just says Nas, but I'm only sharing it because I'm sharing the content on here. Here's an example. This is FBA, all that, right?
Say that the sentiment in the black community is waning a lot. The sentiment is not waning. We are not okay with you taking our resources and giving them to people who don't live here. As Mark stated before, you are preparing housing for them. One of the reasons that the city of Chicago was able to close 50 schools was because of the black flight. And the reason we had a black flight was because there's no affordable housing in this city. It is because Chicago set down the boundary system for the blacks we needed to get affordable housing.
Go ahead, Doc.
So see, this is the perfect video to show how stupid their argument is. Because look at these. First of all, these cats that you see in the back, you know, with the lampshade on, Captain Kataza.
God damn.
He chopped one of them. Last week on Cross the Line, and another one of them I think last month. You understand? These niggas wear lampshades. They don't have no bright ideas. You can tell. Second, they're in Chicago talking about, let's not give the immigrants our resources. The immigrants would not be here. You're still not getting any resources.
Right.
Muhammad broke that down, but you didn't even need Muhammad to break it down, because where are all the resources before the immigrants came?
Right.
You get no resources. You want to talk about immigrants? Chicago was founded by a Haitian man.
Right.
Well, either you don't want to talk about it, be a hypocrite, or you don't even know you're an ignorant, stupid ass. Salakia. You're an ignorant. You're an ignorant sister, Salakia.
She's a dumb. You know what it is.
The point they're making is far from
simple. She's the reason why Timothy said what he said. For I suffer not a woman to teach. People gonna call me misogynistic, but it's just what the Bible says.
That's the crazy part. And even I had another clip.
You blame. Let me finish playing this out.
Go ahead, other one.
So they had no choice but to flee to other states. But now you found money on the migrants. That's right. We're calling back. And then another thing you said was that the faith-based leaders were helping to bring around the sentiment. We haven't paid attention to faith-based leaders since Dr. Martin Luther King. And guess what? We're not listening to them now. We understand that they are wrong paid for. We understand that you control the narrative that they are trying to speak about.
Here's my thing, right? Why are you doing this now? You know what I mean? I think Jeremiah Hyman's brought this out. The men above me have brought this argument, have cut this claim multiple times. Now you black leaders out there, you revolutionary groups, you blackity black groups, whatever y'all call yourselves. Now you want to speak out against the gentrification of your neighborhoods. Once the Raza comes in, now you want to speak out against us, man.
Right.
Y'all really are, unlearned, man. Y'all really are indoctrinated. You come out at us because you're scared to speak out against the other nations, man. You scared of the other nations, man. You scared of the oppressor. You scared of the so-called white man and these other heathens. So you'll go attack your brother, man.
Damn right.
You'll speak out against your black and brown are the same people. But to go even further, Barack, y'all in this argument, man, you ain't got a goddamn thing to say about Mexicans, man, about so-called Latinos, about the man. Keep your goddamn mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? All you FBAs, all you blackity black groups out there, man, keep the Raza out your mouth. Why do we always end up in your what's it called? In your focus point, man? That's one thing I noticed, Barack Yalla. It's always Mexicans, always so-called Latinos that are in their focus point. Not, the Mexicans do this. Oh, the Hispanics do this. But you don't say a damn thing about any other nation. What is it, man? Y'all scared. Y'all scared to speak out against other people. You're no different than the cats that go and attack the street vendors. That's really what it is. Oh, look at what Sawab said. Hey, so you saying this Nas a rapper? Nas? No way.
So I have a clip to show, you understand, and Y'all better explain
He
this.
answered me and said that the real Latinos have been erased from history. Don't tell me he's another one of those aboriginals, man. He done became an aboriginal. What are you gonna say? The real Latinos are black? We're black people? That's what you're gonna say? You know, technically, let me say this, Bracchiala. He's kind of right? Black is not a race, though. Black is a condition. And no, we're not Spaniards, man. This is what kills me every time. We always get called Spaniards, but where is Spain at? Where's Spain to come to our rescue if we're Spaniards? Spain has not came to the aid. The EU has not come to our aid. America is practically giving us food stamps, and y'all got a problem with that. That's all they're doing, man. Giving us a hotel voucher and a food stamp, and y'all get mad about that. Damn, where's your compassion? Y'all were real quiet when the Ukrainians were getting all the aid, though. Y'all were real quiet when the Afghans and who else, Bracchiala, were getting all the aid. But all of a sudden, when it's us, y'all got a problem with that.
The Palestinians.
You know what I'm saying? Now you want to have a problem when it's us.
So, like, I'm gonna play this clip.
That cat's under. That can't be the real rapper now. There's got to be some other cat.
So, like, the other one.
Go ahead.
I'll play this clip because this man's from Pakistan, and he's part of the top 2 biggest illegal immigrants on the North American continent. But you don't see our people complaining about them coming over. And listen to what he has to say.
He ain't standing up to them, Bracchiala.
Watch what he has to say.
He was born in Pakistan, originally from Pakistan. You must have been kidnapped by me.
You've been kidnapped by you?
Of course. Of course, there is no option.
Did you hear what he just said?
What did he say?
To get you, right?
Okay. You have your women over there, though.
Seriously. So you are in Canada, so I cannot say you anything.
Okay.
I cannot touch you anything. It is Canada.
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely you couldn't touch me. There's laws to this shit here.
You know what I mean?
That's not that flattering. That's kind of scary.
Trust me, because like there was no option.
Okay. Well, you have a good night.
You too.
Bye, Shabba Boom Boom.
Listen. He says it at the beginning.
FBA, where you at? This is where the FBA is at. This is what they're doing right now. When this was going on, this is what they were doing. Cricket. You know what I'm saying? That's all they were doing. They were real quiet. That's why I got no respect for it. And I got no respect for the FBA. I got no respect for the Pan-Africans. I got no respect for the what they call the Nuwabians, the Aboriginals, Negro-only Israelites, any group that puts my Raza down. I got no respect for you. You know, you brown revolutionary groups that come at us. I got no respect for none of my enemies, man. You know what I mean? That's just straight up. Go ahead.
You know what's crazy? Sawab said Nas hates the Latinos because he adopted the Republican mindset. We're a burden because of the little benefits we're getting. It should be given to blacks only. But what's Nas saying about this Pakistani man? Do you think Nas is from New York? Do you know how many East Indians are in New York?
Nas is Can I say Nas is a 304, man? That's what Nas is.
Are you on TikTok? If we're not on TikTok, I'm gonna say, yeah, he's a bitch.
Well, we're on TikTok. That's why I say it, man. Nas is a 304, man. He's a sellout. You know what I mean? He's a sellout. That's the word that Norby should have used, just straight up. You know what? Not to touch on it real quick. We're gonna come back to that. But you should have just said, this is the problem. We got too many sellouts among so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Go ahead, Art.
Mind you, now you see when they say Mexicans or Latinos are committing all the crimes and doing all that, we don't want them over here. Nobody has nothing to say about this Pakistani man who's an Uber driver. He told the girl, if you were in Pakistan, I would kidnap you right away. Like, this is the people who are coming over America by the hundreds of thousands.
If this is really Nas, man, saying this crap, man, I'm not bumping Ether anymore, man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even like Nas. But hear what this heat
Hey,
is.
man, you tell me I'm gonna have to go support Jay-Z. Jay-Z just as bad too, man. This the cat that wrote Ether, and he's talking about, man, damn, good night, I'm
gonna play this clip one more time.
Mess him up in the head if that's the case.
I'm gonna just play the beginning of this clip one more time.
Let's go on.
Well, if you was born in Pakistan, originally from Pakistan, you must have been kidnapped.
You've been kidnapped by you?
Of course.
The man, he didn't flinch. She said, I would have been kidnapped by you. He said, yeah, of course. What are you talking about? This is not debatable. Yet, right. The FBA is not going after the East Indians.
Right.
That's why I said earlier, right, it will not be far-fetched to find out that this whole movement really was started because of Caucasian people to divide us even further. Because the FBA doesn't have issues really with all these other nations.
That's the whole thing. That's the thing with the Aboriginal movement. I think I saved the post. I want to show some real quick just to touch on this. This is the fathers of the Aboriginal movement. See if I got to save that.
Kawakan. I have another clip where
go ahead.
Had a weird comment to the Latino brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the clip right here. Give me 1 second. Let me close that.
Bank and I were talking earlier, and just about, because you keep saying we, and it's like your kind of connection with the Black community, but you're Cuban. Like
I'm Black first.
Yeah,
I'm Black first.
You hear what she said?
Yeah,
she said, she's like, how are you associating yourself to us if you're Cuban? Look at this nigga. How could you even know whether he's Cuban or not unless he tells you?
Imagine that.
You understand? And that's the issue with the FBA.
All right, hold on. Leave it right there. I'm going to pull a scripture real quick.
Cut.
Well, a scripture came to mind just seeing this sister right here saying what she's saying to that brother, man. Is it 1 Timothy or 2 Timothy, Barack Yalla?
Which one you were looking for?
Is this first the one that says, hold on, I'll find it.
But let me play this clip again real quick.
Bank and I were talking earlier, and just about, because you keep saying
I got it.
And it's like your kind of connection with the Black community, but you're Cuban. Like
I'm Black first.
Yeah,
I'm Black first.
So
I
always
ask,
like,
people,
how you identify yourself.
Are you full Cuban?
After this is done, I'll get from me first.
Everyone thinks that you are like Black lineage.
Let me explain how it works.
See how stupid the sister sounds.
Khan, this is why this script This is why this scripture exists, Barack Yalla. This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. That sister should have kept her mouth shut, because she was obviously very ignorant. And then she tried to usurp authority over Ahmad. She gonna come tell him what he is, what he can identify as, what he can't identify as. You know what I mean? She gonna tell him he's not Black because he's Cuban. All she's doing is causing confusion, man. And this is why this precept exists. But to be in silence. Who put her on the internet, man? Who got this sister out here thinking she should be up here saying these things? So that's what it really is. She just need to keep her mouth shut. Khan, so why she's very ignorant. She sounds very ignorant, extremely ignorant. At least you know what? I'm glad this video surfaced and is available, because this cuts the colorism. You know what I mean? This shows you that it's more than just the color of your skin. This is spiritual. You know what I mean? This is how destroyed we are, man. This is Hosea 4:6. We're destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. And I'm pretty sure the people that started the FBA, I won't be surprised it comes out, man. It was Edomites that started this movement.
Damn right.
Let me see. Let me find this post.
Kawakan. But it shows you right there. You would have never been able to tell this man Cuban without him telling you.
Right.
You understand?
This one might be it. I mean, this and this isn't it. It's one that shows the fathers of the Aboriginal movement, which are Edomites. Edomite scholars, you know. Find it. Go ahead, Brock Kelly. Keep bringing it down, not.
Kawakan. Let me bring it back up. Because the clip is just like a minute 45.
Dang, I cannot find it out because this is a good one right here. You know what I mean?
Salaki, one second. I was playing the clip. I was not sharing the screen.
Oh shit.
Spank and I were talking earlier, and just about because you keep saying we, and it's like your kind of connection with the Black community, but you're Cuban. Like
I'm Black first.
Yeah,
I'm Black first.
I was gonna ask, like, how you identify yourself.
Are you full Cuban? I'm full Cuban.
I thought he was Black too.
I know,
but I am Black.
No, everyone thinks that you are like
so
Black lineage.
All right,
like,
let me explain how it works. This is another thing that I feel like we as Black people get caught up in, that
semantics
that separates us as opposed to uniting us. We get caught up in where the ship dropped us off versus where the ship picked us up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We all come from the same root. It's just a tree with different branches. The same boat that picked up your ancestors picked up my ancestors. Only they dropped yours off.
Right.
They made a pit stop in the Caribbean and dropped mine off.
Mm-hmm.
But my ancestors still dealt with slavery. Mm-hmm. Still dealt with being, having their family and their lives ripped from them, and having to come back from colonialism and slavery. Mm-hmm. So and it's not just African Americans, it's Afro-Cubans, it's Afro-Dominicans, it's Afro-Puerto Ricans. Like, all these people got to get out of their colonialized.
Listen, the brother is saying, listen, at the end of the day, we all went through the exact thing.
You couldn't.
Captain Kadza broke that down earlier. Listen, we all went through the exact same thing.
Right.
African Americans were lynched. West Indians were lynched. Mexicans were lynched. We all hung from trees. You understand? We all got beheaded, our appendages chopped off.
Right.
You understand? We were all used. Listen, we were all dog food. We all went through the exact same thing. What's the difference? Some of them speak English today. Some of them speak Spanish, Portuguese, French, Patois, Creole. What's the actual difference? None of them could tell. And she's trying to make an argument like, yeah, you're Cuban, you're not Black. Listen, this man telling you, nah, you got it wrong. And the other brother, right, the light-skinned one, asked him, are you full Cuban? This man is full Cuban. Both parents are Cuban.
Right.
What does that change? You understand? And he even said, well, I thought he was Black. And he had to repeat himself, listen, I'm Black. I'm just Cuban. As if Black is a race. As if Black is an ethnical identity.
That's the problem, Matt. If I could, right?
Kawakan.
we got to keep saying this over and over again. Black is not a race, man. Black is a condition. People, and I know a lot of people are gonna get mad in their feelings when you hear that, but it's the truth, man. You really think you're black? Go stand next to a black wall. You're not the same color as the wall. Just like with white people. White people are not white. You stand them next to a white wall. They're not white. White is the opposite of black, and they say these things as conditions because they're trying to say they're in a higher state than you. They call you black because you're in a low state. Mexicans were called black at one point. All the Native Americans were called black at one point, right? I'm talking about from North America all the way down to South, right? In Brazil, they were called negros de la tierra because they saw them low, right? They saw them low, you know what I mean? They called a lot of dark races, dark people black. Why? Because they saw anyone dark as in the low state, as second class. We've been, indoctrinated with colorism, right? With the white man's classification of race. That we think we're a separate race because we're two different skin tones. So that is our problem, man.
You understand? Listen, you separating yourself because of your looks is white supremacy.
Salaki Barakyala. If I could, right? That's how Bob Marley is so popular today, man.
And listen, why do you think Bob Marley? Bob Marley, they pushed him because he's an Edomite. You understand? That's really what it is. Bob Marley's an Edomite and a culture vulture. I pray you understand.
Right.
They didn't push Peter Tosh. They did not push Bunny Wailer. They pushed Bob Marley on the forefront.
Right.
You understand?
They took the post down, man. The water, sir.
But coming back to the topic, listen, this is a brother. He could have looked like, who else is another brother? I just showed a clip of Anuel saying, well, yeah, my mother is a light skin. Well, he didn't say light skin. He said his mother, he said she's a white girl from Milwaukee. Just to say she's a light skin Puerto Rican that grew up in America. And his father is a dark skinned Puerto Rican. His father's a black Puerto Rican that they didn't speak no English when he got here. That's what, but Anuel doesn't look like his father. That does not make him not family. Anuel is still a brother. Where's that clip again? Let me see if I could pull it on YouTube so y'all have a better sound.
I got a source out. Hold on, I want to share something real quick, right? See if I can find it. Dang, I got so many notes. Got to learn how to get better prepared, Doc, so I can have everything ready, be more speedily about it. There was an article I seen. Let me see if I can pull the article up for time's sake.
In the meantime, I'm going to just show this clip real quick.
Show that clip.
Yeah, some words I don't know. It's just that my mom, she's Puerto Rican, right? But she's from Milwaukee. She's a white girl from Milwaukee.
What?
And my dad is Puerto Rican, but he's black Puerto Rican that he don't even know.
Shit, it's lagging, but he's gonna show a picture of his dad.
He knows. He didn't know back then.
Right.
When they meet up together, he shows.
How that happened?
Yeah, I don't know. He shows my.
They all pointing that stuff there.
He shows my. Some cave. Man type stuff.
Hell yeah.
My mom literally used to talk just English, and my dad just Spanish. But because of my mom, my grandmama, she used to know Spanish. She used to know both a little bit, so it was.
That's crazy,
bro. Little by little, my mom just talked Spanish. You see me talk English, but
listen, he said his dad is black.
Right.
But you could, But a lot of people will say, well, Anuel is not a brother just because of how he looks or his hair texture, whatever. His dad is a black Puerto Rican. You understand? His dad looks like this brother.
Right.
You know, stop getting caught up into colorism. That's just white supremacy. Stop getting caught up in the FBA movement. Foundational Black Americans is white supremacy.
Right.
You understand? Foundational Black Americans is white supremacy.
Oh, here it is from this article.
Anuel. Now we'll have an issue with Anuel with what's the other cat's name? Bad Bunny.
Right.
What's the other cat name again? I forgot what his name.
Look at this. So this is an article I found, right? This from Yale University. This is written by Stuart B. Schwartz, right? It's called Blacks and Indians, Common Cause and Confrontation in Colonial Brazil.
Right. Good night, Schwartz. Sounds about Jewish.
Trying to find the part in here, right? I believe it's in the 5th page. There we go. All right. I'm gonna start from the. So this is the article. This is page 4, right? I'm starting at the top of page 4, so people can see, right? You can look this up. Are we sharing it, Brockel? Okay, we good. We sharing it, right? And this is good, right? What's Jeremiah Hammond say? Brockel, use your Google machines, right? So here we found it, right? Now let's go down to page 4. We must first examine the colonial process of ethnic labeling and the hierarchy that it came to instantiate. The colonial regime demonstrated a proclivity for creating new social categories and spaces in which the language of birth, hereditary status, color, religion, and perceived moral condition contributed the creation of these ethnic or pseudo-racial categories and their ascribed attributes. Thus, the term indios, Indians, or the other terms that were commonly used in Brazil, such as gentios, good night, they were calling Native Americans Gentiles. Bárbaros, barbarians, tapuyos, non-Tupi speakers, or caboclos, rustics were chronologically and regionally variable labels of the Portuguese origin, created as points of reference to place these peoples within the hierarchical order of colonial society. A similar process also characterized dealing with Africans, but Portuguese attitudes toward them had already been determined to some extent by prior contacts in Africa from the 15th century. Whatever the tendencies to deal with diplomatically with African states and benignly with those rulers who converted to Christianity, these positive attitudes were undercut in practice by the servile status of most Africans that the Portuguese encountered. The situation led to an attitude of depreciation of blacks who were associated with the slave status. The term Negro itself implied a servile condition and was often, but not always, used as a synonym for slave. Thus commonly used, look at this, Brockel. Thus the commonly used label for indigenous people in 16th century Brazil, negros de terra, blacks of the land, revealed a perception of them in servile status, more or less equivalent to Africans who were called negros de Guinea. Later in 1757, the Indian mission villages in the Amazon region were secularized in the directory systems. The unjust and scandalous practice of calling Indians negros, implying thereby their servitude, was specifically prohibited. Right?
Basically, Latinos are niggas.
Right. That's what this article is saying.
Shalom.
Shalom. You know what I mean?
That's it. That's it. Yeah, this
I'll send it to you, sir. You know, and that right there, I'm gonna leave it right there, you know, for a minute. Right,
you send me that article, Chuck.
Kanye, I'm gonna put it. Yeah, I'm put it in the chats and everything. You know. So that right there, you know, like is giving you an example, right, of how. And let me show a picture of the indigenous people of Brazil, right, for people who are gonna try to pull that. Oh, you know, the Aboriginal. They were really black. You know, they were really Africans and this and that. Nah, man, this is what the indigenous people of Brazil look like.
I got you.
Pull some pictures about it. There we go.
These are the indigenous people of Brazil.
Oh, you showing? All right, Most High and Christ. The water, Barack Yalla. You know what I'm saying? The water.
These are the negros de la tierra. You understand? These are niggas.
God. Know what I'm saying? They niggas, man. So yes, the Hispanics can't say nigga. Mexicans can't say nigga. You know what's funny, man? It's a big pushback from Mexicans to tell Mexicans to stop saying that word, man. Now you know the whole time it was spiritual. What the Bible say, Barack Yalla? The spirit beareth witness.
Damn right.
Hey, if I could,
go ahead.
The brother the video that you posted, the brother in LA, and going through his hood, I watched it, right?
Oh, okay.
He was saying nigga throughout the whole video.
Right. I mean, let me share that video. I don't want to. I'm gonna share it right now. The whole video, right?
You see these people, the indigenous people of Mexico, they're niggas.
Right.
And to people who say, well, Mexicans and natives are not Israelites, braids is not their culture.
Because they're not called Negroes, right? For Negro only Israelites.
Look at
there's Negroes right here, you know?
Are you saying braids are not the culture or so-called indigenous people?
Bring that out, Barack Yalla.
Listen, there's a cat on TikTok. You say, well, they're not Israelites. Braids is not their culture. They don't have braids. What do you call this? But besides these 2-strand braids, they also wear cornrows. It's in Mexican culture. What are you talking about? Besides Malagma appropriating my style, then, you know.
I'm not appropriating, I'm appreciating.
Besides Malagma being guilty of cultural appropriation, it's a lot.
I'm embracing what you talking about, man? I'm embracing my culture, man, my Israelite culture.
But you just
right. But the point is, these people, no matter how light or dark their skin gets, we're the same people.
Let me share this real quick. This is for the FBA right here, man. Here's your foundational Black American FBA. Where is it?
How you doing?
Here's for Tariq Nasheed right here.
Used or brand new?
Used is fine.
I gotta see if I have one.
You got any new?
Right now, I don't have any.
So now you have to tire.
Look at this brother. Look at this canal right here, man.
Bro, we need to start it hit. I don't even know what the fuck I
like, is an echo out of one?
Yeah, they just took my money. So that was.
Probably
so like, say again, not?
There's an echo when you play it.
Oh, is there? Oh, damn. Turn on the background. Turn on this real quick. How about now?
And they're wondering what the am I doing this random tire stuff?
Still an echo.
Long story short, I may or may not have crashed into some on the way here, but you gotta believe me, it wasn't my fault. 6 hours down from the Bustler Street to Severy.
How about now, Barack Yalla?
Low, vibrant trenches of South Central. Here in this neighborhood, once predominantly black community, time
now?
open to tell it transformation. Back in the 80s, a wave of Latino and Hispanic families flooded the streets, reshaping this neighborhood's cultural landscape forever. Amidst the change, slurs, and slurs, the rose of Phoenix were born from the ashes.
Hold on.
Y'all like that? You know if y'all like that account, right? Imagine local kids flipping the script from a derogatory term, turning it into a badge of honor and a mark of resilience, an era of resilience, adaptation, and identity. As we peel back the layers of history, we uncover the beating heart of the barrio, where every corner whispers a tale of struggle, triumph, and tragedy. As we dive deeper into the streets of South Central and unlock a story that challenges stereotypes and celebrates the spirit of community that refuses to be defined by anything but its own truths. Welcome to the barrio.
Come over here. I grew up on this block type shit, nigga. Like on West End. I can never forget about this block on being, nigga. I used to post it till the sun came down, the moon went up. Nigga, I did most of my shit right here, nigga. Like on West End, nigga.
You said nigga 5 times in 30 seconds.
God, you're gonna have to take the other tire off and shit, huh?
Yep.
Take it to the other tire shop.
Oh, the one we went to.
This brother said nigga 5 times in 30 seconds. Yeah, he's a nigga. What are you talking about? He don't need the pass. You understand? He's born with it. So like you're on mute, other one. So like you're on mute.
Let me show another one, not real quick.
Karawakan. And to the Cat Supreme, what time and
go
day?
Go live.
Listen, follow the channel. We go live when we go live. Lord willing, we go back to our regular schedule of Wednesdays. You understand? 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right? We should go back to Wednesdays, but just subscribe to the channel and tune in until further notice.
See the video?
What y'all do to the homie? All type of crazy shit. They about to swallow these niggas. Really, Sunday Street, find this shit. One time? I'm cool. That's where I'm gonna go. Fuck being Mexican, fuck all this bullshit that they been talking about. Because when I went in there, I seen like 2 black dudes from Playboys 13.
You hear what this brother's talking about?
They ain't got nothing to do with that. They ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying?
Kawakan.
Still, squabble up, bust it down. It's regular. Ain't turning nothing down. West side Hoover. They be tripping. You gotta be like, I'm tripping too. What's up with it? I'm a young nigga. So you go to prison, you gonna still ride with it, right? Yup. I'm riding with Hoovers, bro. A couple of us too, bro. A couple of Hispanics from Hoovers. You gonna hear everybody? I'm one of the ones though. From the other Hispanic gangs, they look at you kind of crazy that you like the blacks? Yup. All the time. Because of Hispanic gangs, you gotta get permission to fight other motherfuckers, and you gotta do this and do that. Certain protocols, right? Nah. With us, we're gonna get straight to it. You from where? Oh, I'm from West Side Hoover 10. We're gonna take it there, we're gonna take it there. You coming in? Hey, that green truck.
So if I could, this carnal right here, right? And I'm gonna call him carnal because he's Mexican. You know, he's Raza. Just because he says nigga, because he's rolling with the Hoovers, don't mean he's not Mexican. Don't mean he's not so-called Hispanic. Don't mean he's not a carnal. You know what I mean? He's still my brother. You know what I mean? He's still our brother. You know what I mean? But you see how he speaks because the spirit bears witness because he's a Negro. He's black. In the spirit, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are black because that's the status that we're in America because of our oppression, because of our history. It's got nothing to do with the skin tone and the hair texture. It has everything to do with the class and the way this. It has everything to do with being an Israelite. You heard what that brother said on Barack Yalla? He said, "F being a Mexican, F being this. I'm a Hoover. So he's shouting out his hood. He has the zeal, but not according to knowledge. He really, if we had the truth, he would say, F being a Mexican, F being that. I'm an Israelite. You know what I mean? Right. That's really what the spirit's trying to go for. You know, and Lord allow, man, these are the brothers that we gonna go fish in, man. Like the first brother we showed you, the first canal we showed you, and this canal right here. You know, that's why we out here doing this work. That's why we're running this podcast. You know what I mean? The fish you canales out here. or allow brothers like him, see this and come into the truth, man. And fish more brothers in their neighborhoods, in their barrios, in their ghettos, in their reservations. Because I heard the way the Gadites be acting in the reservations, Brock Yalla. Because not told me about it. They be acting like they be saying nigga, they be rocking, they be acting like Judites and everything. So, because this once again is the spirit bear witness, carnal. So that's the point, man. We're the same people, man. And there's no way around it. Once we realize that and wake up, man, well, this oppression will end. The issues that we have will end. Once we come back to serving our God and pushing this truth, man, and doing and serving the Lord, our oppression ends, man. We won't have to live hating one another, shaming a brother for talking like he's black, for being Mexican. You know what I mean? For getting mad that the oppressors give me more crumbs to this people instead of me, instead of my people. That's oppression. That's what they call that, Barack Allah, the crabs in the barrel theory. Then this brother dropped, man, no sweat. That's what they call it, the crabs in the barrel, theory, or bucket. What is it? Crabs in the bucket theory. Right? Everyone's out to get it for themselves. And we're the only people that do that, man. You will never see this prevalent amongst the other nations. You will never see the Asians act like this with one another. You'll never see the Arabs act like this with one another. You'll never see the East Indians, the Africans. But we do that. So-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans do this to each other, man. We think we're different people. We think we're more entitled than the other group. We think this group doesn't deserve what they get. Because of colonization, because we're destroyed in the head, man. He said, Matamyad said, Salakia if I may, but the archaeology is heavy on the northern tribes. Too much proof that we Israelites. Now, you know what? I'll say this, Matamyad. If the archaeology doesn't prove that we're Israelites, our oppression does. It says both the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. You know what I mean? Tell me how that applies to the Jewish man today. They not oppressed, man. They free. They living free and happy, man. And yet supposedly they don't know who the other half is. They only know who Judah is. So that should let you know that they're not the people, man. Let me see what happened with this buzzer, man. What happened here? Just give me 1 second. All right. Of course, the oppressor being the devil trying to stop us, man, always. Barack Yalla, where you at, man? What happened? Did you drop out? Your phone died? Come on, get back up in here, carnal, if you could. Meanwhile, just give me 1 second. I'm going to see if I can get some help from the audience on this next thing that I want to cover, man, while we wait for Officer Barack Yalla to come back on. And then my question is this, man. It's in pertaining to the topic of the next topic. And I'm sure for a lot of Raza out there, right, that follows the podcasting scene, I don't want to say it's controversial. That cat said what he said, and like the Bible says, even a fool, when he keeps his mouth shut, is considered wise. Well, this brother, man, poor Lord be with this cat. This cat going through it right now. It's not going well for him, man. Of course, we're going to talk about Norby's, right, and what's happening with him. I mean, you recall we spoke about him last week, right? And the comments he made on this podcast. I guess he was going live and ranting online, and he said some things, right, in regards to so-called black people and so-called Raza, so-called Hispanics. He called them, monkeys, for Adam 22. Oh wait, then we got Brock Yellow back. Hey, Shalom, Mark, you good?
Karawakan.
Then we're gonna cover the last part, Canal, Norby's, and then we'll touch on a little bit of the mission in Milwaukee. And we got like 20 minutes, you know.
Norby's.
So Norby's, you remember, right, Brock Yellow, we covered what Norby said on his live. And I want to ask a question to the audience, right, in regards to the situation with him, right? Now he said what he said. The podcast he was on, right? The host of that show had him come on the live, and explain himself. Salak, not to Zach. If you could, Bubba Kashuk, can you get Yakawan and Officer Karatas out here? I just need your brothers' participation for this real quick. Bubba Kashuk, I just want to show you brothers this because we had mentioned it earlier, right?
The clip where he got punched in the face.
We're gonna show that, but I want to show the beginning where he said what he said, right? The rant he went on, and then him getting, him dealing with Tony A on the Rhodium. What is the Rhodium podcast?
Whatever irrelevant name his podcast is.
I mean, it's just for references so people know what we're talking about, right? And I'm glad I got you, Carnales, here real quick. I wanted your brothers' commentary on this because it's gonna be a question, right? So I got Officer Karataza, Officer Natazak. Then I got Trooper Yakawan. Yakawan, if you go move to the right, more to the right, but so I get you in the camera, get your Canales in here real quick. I'm gonna show the clip, right, of Norby saying what he said first. Let's go there.
Who is this?
Norby. So this is a podcaster, right? He goes by the name of Norby's. And he was saying some wild stuff, right? Let's see if I can go to the. This is not going good for this cat. Let's just say that. So that's what we're Is it?
Norby's?
Norby's, yeah, that's his name, Norby's.
Wow. What does he do?
He says some stuff online. He went on a rant.
He called us.
Yeah, he called. So here we go. Here's the original.
These motherfuckers. All work for me. They're gonna act like they're monkeys for me. The blacks are gonna be monkeys for me. I think it's crazy how these fools they're monkeys. The black no jumper are monkeys because they're gonna jump every time Adam 16 says jump. Adam 16 is showing us that he can control monkeys. The blacks and no jumper are monkeys. That these monkeys are gonna jump and they're gonna fucking slam those fucking things together for their masters.
So he's drawing right online. Now, this clip was edited, right? There's more to what he said. I'm going to try and find that clip to show the full thing. Because right there, it just focused on him saying blacks are monkeys, this and that, right? Now, let me go to to his original clip. Let's see if I can find the minute marker. So here's this podcast called Run the Fade. Okay, here we go.
They're monkeys.
Yeah.
The blacks on no jumper are monkeys. And I hope to God their numbers start falling and their followers start seeing that these guys are literally getting used by one widow. This widow is a fucking cloud nine.
So he's talking about American Cholo,
literally,
and then another podcaster by the name of Hater World.
The fucking browns and the blacks working for me.
Y'all, I got my
Come
daughter
on, man.
new groin and
That's a lucky.
landscapes. That's
Gotta get that. What is it? That
Fuckers all work for me. They're gonna act like fucking monkeys for me. The blacks are gonna be monkeys for me. The browns are gonna be monkeys for me. I think it's crazy how.
So you heard what he said, right? He said the blacks are gonna be monkeys for me. The browns are gonna be monkeys for me. So he's talking about both black and brown. Now that clip was edited, right? To make it seem like he was only singling out black people.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Now I'm gonna say this, right? Do you guys think he was being racist when he said that?
I think that he's hurt about something. It's like, I'll get to it after y'all. Like, I feel like he heard about something. Like he's something that had happened where probably a business deal didn't go down. I mean, I'm just speaking from ignorance of whatever is going down on it, but he's definitely heard about something, so he's attacking. It's kind of like a low blow. Like he's just trying to low blow whatever is in front of him, that whatever he wasn't able to accomplish, he's trying to low blow it. And that's why he's like, that's why he mentioned the monkey thing. Which
right.
Crazy,
right.
I think he's not using wisdom to, like you were saying, to deal with the situation, and it may be something that he has a personal problem with, or something that he doesn't know how to deal with, like with taking it out on maybe people of his own race, and
Right. Okay, no sweat.
I think that the brother is absolutely correct. And I say that in the sense of he's basically pointing out the fact that this heathen is using you, and he's making you his monkey.
Right.
Using the term that I would use in class. If I had a brother in class that was, that was acting out of the spirit of the Lord, I would call him a term too. You see what I'm saying? He's in the world, obviously, so he's going to use a derogatory term or a word that doesn't have much wisdom behind it, and he's going to talk about it. But the fact that he's talking about brown and black and collaborating us together, shows that he understands that it's one common ground that we're on.
Right.
An oppressor that's here that is using us for his game, and you are becoming his boy.
Right.
You're becoming his boy. You're becoming his monkey. You're becoming his little pet. Is really what he's saying.
Right.
And that's essentially what it is. You're becoming his pet. This is what a lot of people do. I've been in them. I've seen it.
Okay, come.
Kevin Zaryak and stuff like that.
Right.
They are his boy. They want to do anything, just like an NBA player wants to do anything to live his contract. He'll marry the whatever. Don't say this. Don't say that.
Right.
He'll be in order to get that check.
Heavy,
Same big thing that they're doing on those.
That's heavy.
He has black and Hispanics doing it in front of blacks and Hispanics faces.
Gotcha. Okay. Come.
What that brother is saying, he is belligerent.
Right.
He is out the spirit. He ain't saying it in the spirit of romance.
Right.
He's not saying in the spirit of Christ. What he's saying is in the spirit of the brother that doesn't have to do with that.
Right.
And it's true. What he's saying is that.
Come, concert.
Any brother that taking it that way, you're misreading what he's trying to say. He's saying what you said.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he's not saying it with the wisdom you have.
Right.
He's not saying it with the Holy Spirit you have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's
heavy, I don't want. So, like, I'm going to say this real quick. He should have, probably what his thing was, is he should have used a better word instead of monkey. He should have said sellouts. If he said blacks and browns working for No Jumper, for Adam 22, y'all are sellouts. Y'all are 304s for Adam 22. Y'all do everything he tells you to do for money, like a 304.
Right. He doesn't have your wisdom, though.
Right, Khan.
He doesn't have that type of. I mean, you gotta get a brother
I understand.
I gotta get,
Right.
I have the right to be offended. He's saying
Right.
you know what I'm saying? But I know the politics of Southern California,
right,
in the gang culture, in the race culture.
Right.
And I see why brothers will be offended. I get that.
Right.
But what the brothers, but me having the wisdom of the Lord, I understand what the brother's trying to say. He's just trying to say, you being a coon.
Right.
You being a coon. God damn it, being that for this white man.
Right. That's heavy, sir.
And other brother, and he mentioned Mexican brothers.
Right.
Y'all being the same way.
Right. Right. Nah, that's heavy.
Oh boy.
Monkey is crazy. That's why I said Monkey was like it's something that he's heard about.
Yeah, Monkey
for sure.
Is crazy.
Right.
Monkey
definitely used that monkey word.
Monkey is
He
definitely
was just saying a little. Man, he was getting carried away with it.
I'm gonna use these. Like that's wild.
No, it's definitely a crazy word.
Right.
To use,
right.
But you gotta think this brother's in the world. He doesn't have the discernment or wisdom to articulate certain words the way we do. He comes from probably, a ghetto background where that's probably commonly used for him. I gotta like me being a brother. I consider all those things and hearing what he's saying. I'm trying to really grasp the substance of what he's saying, and what he's saying is not wrong. But the way he's saying it is wrong.
Right.
For sure.
Well, what's that scripture say, sir? Even a fool, when he holdeth his tongue, is considered wise. Now, so
a wise man chooses his words as choice silver. You know tonight. You know what I'm saying?
And that's heavy.
You should know how to pick your words and say the right thing to to the right people. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, if you're trying to get black and Hispanics on your side. Come on, brother. You're trying to get brothers on your side, but you call them monkeys.
Right. It's a lot. Yeah. Like he went back and apologized, I think, and all that. Now he went. So he was part of another podcast, which is called Rodeo, which with another host, a guy who goes by the name of Tony A, the Wizard or something like that. So he goes on that guy, Tony A, invites him on his live, right, to come and explain himself. He explains himself, right? And then at the end of the show, that guy, Tony, does this to him.
Well, it's like, if I could, does the brother put his foot in his mouth? Does he sound like
he sobered up?
Did he stand on? Did he stand on what he said?
He stood on what he said, but he said he recognized. He says, "I should have used a better word."
Okay.
Yeah. So this is what Tony A did to him.
But he had nothing to do with it either. So please, I'm telling everybody, Frankie Orozco's living in LA. Apologies to you that unfortunately you got involved because somebody wanted to also, hurt you.
And please let them know why they were getting involved.
They were getting involved because they saw that I was wearing his hat for his show, and that's it.
So because he was part of this podcast, they were blaming Tony A and the other guy was talking about, right? So it's crazy because it's I guess the teaching tool of that is to show that when you're out there, right, you don't just only represent yourself, you represent other people. So this guy, Tony A, was getting
the principle of war was, but
they
just trying to really, actually, they trying to cover
their that's
he got some death threats.
Gotten death threats. I think they were called racist because they support a racist, things like that. Look, this is what Tony A does.
In part that there are people like that want to attack somebody that has nothing to do with it, just because of their own hatred towards.
Yeah. Okay. Norbert, thank you for everything. I've had nothing but a great time with you. So with that being said, once again, thank you, and I accept your apology. I don't have any grudges towards you. I don't have anything towards you. Just once again, you can leave. No, bro. I withstood.
Yeah.
And those people are still angry, and they wanted to use this scenario to attack me once again.
Yeah, they did.
Okay. So with that being said, you know what? I'm going to be a man of my word. And I told you this in the very beginning when we started out with user notice. I said, if we ever decided to go part ways or you wanted to do your own thing.
Thank a lot of people that actually stood up for me in the sense where they understood what I was trying to convey, and at the same time also holding me accountable. So I want to say thank you to all those people. I will correct myself. I would make sure that I don't repeat that scenario again. I am ashamed of it. I'll do better.
Okay. Norbert, because you know what, like I said, I've known you for 2 years and I know you're not that. Once again, how they try to paint you as a racist or once again, poor choice of words. Yeah. I do want to say this because I got a lot of slack.
Yeah.
Marvelous got a lot of slack. Yes. I think it's only right as of right now for us to go our separate ways. I have you here on this platform and allow possibly another mistake like that to happen.
Yeah, I agree. You shouldn't have somebody like that around.
You know, and I don't think you're a loose cannon, Norbert, but look, so many people, since I started this podcast September 11th, 2019.
Yeah.
It's going to be 5 years in September.
Yeah.
Whoever didn't agree with me came at me.
Yeah.
And I withstood.
Yeah.
And those people are still angry. And they wanted to use this scenario to attack me once again.
Yes, they did.
Okay. So with that being said, you know what? I'm going to be a man of my word. And I told you this in the very beginning when we started out with user Norbies.
So like when you're on mute.
So can you hear me now?
Okay.
So my next question is, right, and even the audience, y'all can chime in for anybody listening, right? Do you think it was right what Tony A did? You think it was brotherly what he did to publicly fire him like that?
I have a question. Is this the DJ for IC?
I think so.
So he has a lot of black friends.
Right.
So I remember him from back in the day.
Okay.
He used to be the DJ for DJ Quick and
Orale, okay.
IC, I'm Not Your Puppet, I think was.
Oh, okay.
So I'm thinking he has all that influence that like telling them, like he doesn't want to be like associated with them because he knows them. So I kind of feel like maybe that's motivating him to publicly telling them, okay, I can't do anything, I don't want anything to do with you or whatever. I'm firing you because of this.
Got it. Okay.
So I'm thinking that maybe he's just covering his ass.
Right. Okay.
What I feel like he's being brotherly by giving him a chance to be able to explain himself because probably the backlash that came. With the comments that he was making. You know what I mean? Like nobody's rocking with him. Nobody's like rocking with who's affiliated with him. So he's being brotherly by giving him a chance to explain himself, but he's making the public know that, okay, I can't allow you to be on this platform no more just because whoever's not rocking with you, I don't want to lose my damn followers as well. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Con.
I think that he shouldn't have did that on a public platform.
Okay, Con.
He definitely shouldn't have did that on a public platform. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be a brother, be a brother. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be a brother and let the brother explain himself, you can come back later and talk to the brother and look, man, I'm going to have to let it be known and explain it. But he seems pretty understandable of the situation.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure he seemed like they talked about it before. This is me outside looking in.
Right.
It seems like they talked about it before, but to publicly embarrass your brother is hella.
Right. Okay.
That's unbrotherly. I would never do that to any of y'all unless y'all trying to come at me
publicly.
I'm gonna check you publicly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But on the back end, I might be like, bro, I'm talking about brother. I'm gonna pull him and him alone.
Right.
I'm gonna talk to him about this. You know
what I'm
saying? I'm gonna let you know that, hey, look, this can't go down like this. And from now on, I'm not gonna have you on this show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I would do it like that rather than, I feel like that trying to show face stuff don't work.
Right.
That don't work.
Okay, Con.
If you trying to be brothers, I'm trying to show face. Nah, brother, be a brother.
Right.
More than anything. That matters more than you trying to show face.
Right.
You lose 50,000 people. Fuck them 50,000 people that it's like, I just.
Yeah, you come on.
Fuck them 50,000 people.
Right.
Love your brother though.
Yeah,
right, damn right.
He chose sides. Like, love your brother. Be a real brother
right.
to your brother. Like, if you gonna like, no, I ain't gonna fire you on the
right.
show. Like, that's real talk. Like, I ain't gonna fire you on the show, but we both know. At least we can agree. I'll give you a chance to explain yourself on my platform.
Right.
You embarrassed, but you should reconcile as a brother.
Right.
You should try to make that right for me because you spoke out of turn. But in return, I'm going to show you brotherhood as far as I'm not going to embarrass you in front of the fucking world. Like,
right.
Like, that's crazy. And now he got to eat the bullet and be hella shameful.
Right.
And hella embarrassed. And he getting fired in public.
That's what I said. Yeah, I wouldn't do that either. Like,
yeah, like, come on.
It gets worse.
Spare your brother. Like, love you. Like, spare him. You
right.
Like, bro, you could have told me that off air.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If that. But I would say this also. Conclusion of what I'm trying to say is that I get what both brothers are trying to do, but that brother that's firing him on that platform is wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's sorrowful. He understands he fucked up.
Right.
He understands that he's wrong.
Right.
What are you supposed to do in that situation?
Right.
Forgive him, man. Like, the nigga is telling you, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I should have did the right thing.
Right.
And you gonna fire the nigga on your platform?
Right. What happened to the 7? What is it? The 70 times 7. What about the? That's the turning the other cheek, right?
But God, like how more he gotta come on the platform,
right?
And tell you, I'm sorry, I'm embarrassed, I fucked up, I did wrong, and then on top of that, I'm gonna fire you, nigga. God,
that's right.
Honestly, if
that's
I say real quick too, like his apology meant nothing after that.
Right? That's what I said. Right.
Like, I'm still capable of getting fired. Like, well, I mean, if he got fired, that's probably not his podcast. He probably just on there.
He was like a co-host on it
anymore. Like, so what did I just apologize for?
Right.
You gotta set the example that, you know what I mean, my apology means something. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now you just making it seem like, oh, I apologize, but really it don't mean
for nothing.
I can't come back.
The ignorant Judite in my mind is like, well, nigga, fuck you then.
Fuck you monkeys
then. Fuck this podcast. Fuck your monkeys. That's what, like,
it gets worse. I'll say this.
Like,
it gets right. No, you too wild, sir. It gets worse for normies, man. So days later, right? Because the whole video that he was doing that rant on, right, where he was saying that, he was talking about American Cholo. He decides to go on live, right, again, and goes into American Cholo's I don't know if it's where his place of business or where he stays at, but he goes down there to call him out. And I had that footage too, right?
Oh yeah. Why is he calling him out though?
I don't know what his issues. I guess like they've been having issues, American Cholo and that Rhodium Radio. These podcasts are beefing with each other, man. This other one that tried to put him in, like this one I'm showing right there, Hater World, they all beefing it, man.
Well, like
the gang banging on the radio.
Right. I'm not sure if he's still affiliated with a lot of Judites, but I think it's probably motivated by that because they're probably backing him as far as, with clout and stuff like that. So he had to publicly humiliate them to save face with them in order,
But the Judite shouldn't even make that.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. But, they're not going to understand it if they're in the world.
So then this one, the Hater World made this one about him, right? And titled it Clout Chasing Gone Wrong.
We got farmers insurance. I don't think that's it. We do have this one. Oh, there he is, guys. There he is. Yo. We're here, yo. You want to talk about me?
I want to talk about you.
Okay.
You're on mute.
Let's see. We got farmers insurance. I don't think that's it. We do have this one. Oh, there he is, guys. There he is. Gil. We're here, Gil. You want to talk about me?
I want to talk about you.
Okay, let's.
So, okay, you on mute, other one?
Let's see. We got farmers insurance. I don't think that's it.
I would say apparently, right? I don't know the legal definitions and all that.
Okay, so that's the dude that said.
Yeah, that's the dude. Hold on, there's a part 2 to this. It's a lock here. So I'll show you the part 2 how he was left after.
Oh shoot!
This gentleman,
Jesus, he got beat up. Jesus. Golly.
Hey, Gil, how long you got to in there? Hey, Gil, how long you got to in there?
That's the second part.
That's the second part, yeah.
Oh yeah, so it shows the aftermath.
Yeah, the aftermath. So there was an altercation. But what's crazy, right? That I'll say this, man. If the Lord is telling this brother anything, it's telling him to stay off live. Stay off the IG live, man.
That's probably his bread and butter, though. That's probably why he's trying to make everything viral. Like
that brother's a fool. He's a fool. He don't know how to shut his mouth.
Right.
He don't know how to watch what he says. He doesn't know that. Like, he tried to do the right thing, and in trying to do the right thing, he did the wrong thing. Because maybe he felt his pride was hurt after that firing, and maybe he tried to go through weird stuff. But I don't know. This is just for me, for my videos I'm watching. It's my, like, that
right.
thing. But
Salaki from me.
Go ahead, Kana.
But this guy that assaulted the brother, he was the same guy that was standing up for like vendors that were getting beat up by Judites, and he goes and assaults his own
right. So it's
own brother.
Imagine that. That's heavy. You dropped that, Yakawan. Which comes to let you know something, man. These entertainers are not as pro black and pro brown as they claim to be. They're not.
Right.
I'm gonna say this, man. The 2 podcasts that made the video that edited that clip about him, they were not doing that because they cared about black people as they claimed. They were doing that to clown Norbies. That's what they were really doing. But Norbies gave them the material that they could use to clown them. You know what I mean? So it's like the whole point of this is just for me is the teaching tool out of it, right? Which is, always watch your mouth and know that you will be held accountable for the things that you say. Doesn't matter, like you think just because you're on the internet that you're untouchable, which that's been that saying going around that a lot of people think have become comfortable in saying things online, thinking that they're not going to have to face repercussions for it, man. I know here in the school in the ISUPK, you're held accountable and held to a high standard to how what you teach and what you say. If you say something off in class right after, you don't get a phone call. You know what I mean? A lot of us, man, like, damn, I hope I don't get that. I hope what I said was right, But that's the whole thing. Like, you got to watch your mouth, man, and watch what you say, man. And this is just, this is an example of what can happen.
If I may too, he's a shock value junkie.
Okay, Khan.
That's where the monkey word came from.
Okay, Khan.
He's based off of trying to say things or do things to try to get people to go viral with. Like he's shock value junkie. Like that's why he recorded. That's why he posted this.
Right.
Like nobody posted themselves getting their ass whooped like that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he's not gonna post that. He didn't even post himself getting his ass whooped. He dropped the phone, got his ass whooped, then post the aftermath of him getting his ass whooped. And it's like he's shock value junkie. He just wants people to see him, regardless of everything he does. He doesn't have any repercussions or any consequences. Well, he has consequences, obviously, but he doesn't feel anything of what he does is a responsible matter. He just wants people to log in and watch it.
Right.
And that's where the monkey word came from. He got drunk, kept on trying to say monkey this because he knows that this is going to make people want to watch because I'm saying some derogatory, racist type of stuff. Like he's a
That's heavy. You say I never heard that term, man. Like shock value junkie. That makes sense though. That makes sense.
He's a shock value monkey.
A dude, what's the name? But that's what I'm saying. I can definitely see.
I can see that too. That's heavy.
He wants shock value. He just want numbers.
Right, and he got him. He wanted to go viral. He went viral. But now he's a laughing stock. Now he's a
punches.
He's
gonna have to change because his podcast name I believe is called Run the Fade. He's gonna have to change the name to that.
That brother didn't run that good. But shoot.
Oh man.
Shoot. It's about time for me to head out.
Hey, appreciate you, Canales, man, putting your input on this. I definitely needed the participation.
Hey,
Shalom. You ever with the? Oh no, I got a camera right here. But yeah, that was a whole, the whole thing. So the next part, I know we're pressed for time, Barack Yalla. We can cover it real quick. Just give a quick shout out to the brothers in Milwaukee. The Captain the Bar Moff and his team out there. Shout out Officer Ayar, the Carnal, man. We gotta definitely want to get an episode with this brother, man, on here so he can break down, what went down, his perspective on that day, So Lord allow we can get an episode, maybe sometime during next week. Have Ayar speak on it, and Lord allow we can get other brothers from that zone. But these brothers did something heavy, man, and we spoke about it last week as well. As y'all recall, right? There was the incident that happened with the street vendor, the paletero man, where the Judite brother went and knocked over his ice cream cart. And, I guess that one brother that organized the whole event was there that day from what I've heard, right? When the brothers broke it down on Black Watch. Right. And, made that brother apologize. That's what's heavy. You know what I mean? Or I don't know. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but got the brother to apologize, right? And it was, a lot of people were not happy with that apology. So the next day they set up that event, man, to show Black and Brown unity. So let me let's share the video real quick, and then. So we'll just do our reaction to this. This was the video that was going, viral on the internet. A lot of people getting angry about, it was very controversial. It was angry, right? I saw it. I got heated. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, why do people keep messing with the street vendor, man? Leave our street vendors alone, man. That goes to everybody, not just, one group of people. Not just the narrative that it's one group of people doing this. All types of people go at the street vendors. And you know what? Next week, we're going to cover more. We're going to cover more about the street vendors, and what happens and what we can do, man, what's being done to support. I know they haven't freed Alice Enamorado yet. He was one of the main brothers that was going around, and fighting for the street vendors. Fighting to protect them, going out there and helping them out, man. Helping them how to upgrade our technology and stuff, so they ain't got to go around carrying cash. Because one of the reasons why there's such high targets is the cash, right? It's common knowledge.
With my eyes on the sparrow, and I pull a trigger while my lips kiss the barrel. Before I ever let a white bitch do me like Othello, I want out this wicked life like Romello. By any means, this devil pulling strings like Geppetto. Lay hold on this brotherhood, I swear I never let go. And fuck that civil school, got too much love for the ghetto. Till the score settled with EP, I die for the cause. Just to hear them angels applaud. And I'm true by every word I say. Cause I know my victory on the way.
Hey, Kodasha Allah, Shalom, I give a shukr. That brother right there in the red, in the red flannel and the Mexico hat, that's the carnal that you know help organize and get this going on, man. That brother hand.
My man. Much love and respect to all of you.
That's the brother that, you know, knocked over the Palestinian part. But look at this, man. Look at this. Let me. For all this demonization, right, that goes on, right? Like I know a lot of Raza out there, you know, and that's how you know this isn't, you know, I'm only singling out one group. I'm talking to all of Israel in this, right? Let this image sink in your heads, right? Let this image sink in your heads and show, right? When I see a lot of you on the internet, man, talking, you know, your masa about so-called black people. When you see incidents like this, y'all get, you know, y'all start, you know, making your comments, thinking, you know, holding in all the anger and frustration, right? So now you don't look at images like this. This brother apologized, right, to this cat. They bought out his ice cream. They shot him some feria, you know. It's something, right? Instead of just saying I'm sorry on an internet post, he went to him face to face.
What I die for. Attire out the book of numbers, this rifle from the Archangel Michael. My niggas rebels, you can't deny it. It's 144. I be running to and fro with the higher. My youth became soldiers. Ain't no folding or pretending. We in it for the crown. Fuck friends, we want dominion. In the election ascension, I hope I make it through. Give a damn what a bitch think. As long as my niggas help them true.
If I say something real quick, yo. What this does right here with these two brothers, for the city of Milwaukee and for blacks and Hispanics everywhere. Right. To come
Hey,
together
Daniel,
and show unity.
Judah, Shalom.
One of the strongest things. Listen, we make mistakes with each other all the time.
That's
you understand? Every time we offend each other, we need to do something like this. Come back together and show solidarity. Because you want to know what? There is a race of people that's looking for us to destroy each other. There's a race of people that's looking for us to kill each other and hate each other and show nothing but hatred. Now today, you know what happened? We all showed brotherhood and sisterhood together.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
We broke bread together. And so guess what? Now LA knows. Black people and brown people, we know we family and we gonna
That's
keep
right.
that way.
That's right.
Yeah. And that's what we here for.
Everything family. Everything.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So this was something huge.
That
was something huge.
That's right.
And we need to let everybody on social media see this. Everybody should be pumping this on social media as far as they can, man. So you know what I'm saying? Free ice cream if you want free ice cream. So you know what I'm saying? What I can say.
So hey, shout out these brothers once again, Barack Aleph. Know what I mean?
Hey, look, man.
You hear me, Barack Aleph?
Come.
Shout these brothers out, man. This canal, especially you know, once again, man. Shout out Ayar, man. The canal Ayar. He was the one. This brother called me, carnal. Let me share something with Ayar. Called me when he saw this, you know, this incident take place, man, and said he was gonna try and get this, you know, get this to the men above him, you know, so that he can, you know, they can go ahead put boots on the ground, you know. So he's definitely, you know, shout out this canal for the heart, you know, like the work he, you know, the work he puts in, putting his brick in. That's one thing about that canal. He loves his Raza, you know. He wants to make sure the Raza does not get forgotten.
How many views we gonna get with this?
That's right.
Something gone real. Right. Because it went a whole different way. and I'm glad it didn't. So I got to give a hand to all you brothers and sisters.
That's right.
It takes a village, y'all. It takes a village.
That's right.
Every month. Hey, look, we plan on doing this every month. So put the word out, man. We can What one there?
Free ice cream, man.
About to bring one up real quick. Hey, look, we plan on doing this every month. So we're gonna get together, we're gonna chop it up, we're gonna make sure we do this because this right here is a great momentum to push peace in every city that we Black and Hispanic.
So like, you know, due to technical difficulties, the brother, you know, if you know, just I'm gonna just say a few things, Brock Yalla, and then we're gonna close out. All right? This is what Black and Brown unity is about, man. This is what the ISUPK is pushing for, man. The ISUPK, the street vendors matter to us, man. We support street vendors here in the UPK. We support Raza. ISUPK is a Raza movement, man. It's a Black movement. It's a Native American movement. It's a movement for all of Israel, man. You know? So this is the work we do, and this is why we do it, so we can end these things, so that we can end the assaults on the street vendors, so that we can end the black on black crime, so that we can end the brown on brown crime, so we can end the North versus South beef and the red versus blue beef, man. We do that because we don't know who our enemy is. We don't know who we are, man. So that's why we work to bring back our identity, man. Shout out Carnal up, man. You know, once again, man. Lorela, like I said, I get an interview with the brothers involved, man, you know, so we could hear their, you know, their side on things, and you know, and break down, you know, what they saw, man. Brotherhood is a weapon, carnalismo, man, you know, and that's what we strive to do, man. Salaki, we you know, we almost here 2 hours and 30 minutes, Brock Yalla. I didn't even realize what time it was, you know. Stay tuned, Israel. You know, we're gonna be back next week, man. We're a weekly podcast, so we're gonna be out, you know, talk about Raza issues, Raza solutions, things around the world, man. Our whole point, right, is to talk about La Neta, give the what La Neta is on the situation, man. You know what I mean? So that's our whole thing, man. But we'll be back at it again next week, Raza. The water for everybody in the chat, man. For the canales that gave their, you know, their input on the things I just showed, man. Man, you know, the water to all y'all, man. If for anybody interested coming into the class, man, isupk.com. Look up your zones, man. You know, it's all right there. Getting all black if you want to be a trooper in the school, man. You already know what it is, man. Ya sabes, carnales. Aquí estamos. ¿Verdad? Pues hasta la próxima. Ya sabes, el opresor es el diablo, que dice la Santa Biblia.
Damn right.
Con eso, órale.
Órale.
I wish at this point to particularly to apologize deeply on behalf of the chiefs and people of Gold Coast and Ghana for the atrocities, the cruelty, the inhuman treatment that were committed 400 years ago by my ancestors during the Atlantic slave trade. On behalf of the chiefs and people of Ghana, I do render unqualified apology.
Let me say something for my brothers, man. Fuck Africa.
Maldito sea.